right? As soon as this track kicks in, I'm gonna go live.
Cool.
As soon as we can hear the track. All right, so I'm gonna let it play for a minute, and then once that thing is gone, we hear we kicking it. Nothing super phony.
Cool.
This is the first episode of the SetApart podcast with Ronnie Reborn.
Yeah.
I'm here with Carl Fontaine.
Fontaine.
He's in the house.
What up, y'all?
And we are chilling. And so, yeah, man, I appreciate you being with me, bro. I know you're a believer. We got history. You know what I'm saying? I've DJed with you a lot of times, a lot of times. And so,
definitely.
Yeah, so we're good. I appreciate you being, the first person to chop it up with me here on SetApart. And so, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm sharing this right now so everybody can see
Yeah,
it real quick.
Please do. And so, you're a Christian rapper.
Yes, sir.
So, as a Christian rapper, you know what I mean? Just tell me what are you into as far as like what should people be looking for as far as you, Carl Fontaine?
Well, last year I put out my first album. I call it an album because it was all based on a central theme. It was called Never Back Down. Came out last April, and really excited about that project, and the feedback and the response was good for it. And right now I'm just working on new music, just standalone songs, trying to get some sounds going and different styles and mess around with different things. So it's been fun. Just been in the studio just cooking lately.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's what's up. And so you are, I know you've been putting in work for a while. People can go to your YouTube.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel?
Everything is Carl Fontaine Music on as far as videos.
Okay.
Then, social media is Carl_Fontaine for everything.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And so, people can go there and see that you've been putting in work.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, were you always a Christian rapper? Did you start rapping in the world and bring it over? What's your story, bro?
So I've been rapping for about 13, 14 years now. Just started back when I was in Ohio, and then I recorded my first song out here in California. Wasn't a Christian rapper, wasn't really a Christian. I come from a family of believers, but I didn't believe it for myself until I found it for myself. So
I hear you.
That was when it became real to me. And until it became real to me, it wasn't going to be real. I don't like putting on a show for people. I don't like doing things just because everyone else is doing it. So when I found Christ, when I was 21 years old, it became real to me, real enough to do music about it, real enough to speak on the issues and the struggles that I go through as a believer, continue to go through as a believer. And, that's kind of what the music transitioned into. But I always like to keep it real. I always like to take people where I'm at currently and then give them that rather than trying to fit the safe mode of CHH music. I want to give it to them real where I'm at the moment without straying away from my faith. I want to keep it genuine to my faith.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up, man. Man, so you did rap and you brought your gift to serve God with it. You know what I'm saying? And so how long have you been using your music to preach the gospel?
For about 4 years now, I think.
4 years?
Yeah, about 4 years.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And so in your 4 years, serving in this capacity, right? Do you, let me see. I want you to kind of explain what is happening when you're doing these shows? What is happening when you're sharing, you know, the gospel through this medium that we call rap?
Yeah. I feel like the message is received better.
Okay.
Through music to my generation. At least you can get them to scratch their head at a show. You'd be like, oh, I never thought about that like that. And it can spark a conversation. Like conversations that I have with people, especially like young people, they don't stop at the show. They go beyond the show with like Instagram messages and Facebook, things I don't share because it's not supposed to be shared.
I feel you.
You know?
Yeah.
That's where the true like discipleship and just building people up as believers, I think that takes place outside of the music.
Right.
But music is a good introduction, especially hip hop, because it's such a universal language.
Really.
Yeah. So I like to introduce people to the gospel in that way. Show them they can have a good time, put on a good show, and do everything in excellence, because that's what I feel like we should do as believers.
Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you're also a father.
Yeah.
You know, a husband.
Yep.
And you're a young guy taking on this responsibility and you know, trusting in God with that. You know, do you want to share how, you know, just for young couples out there, my bro just got married. You know what I'm saying? He's 24. He just got married.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's really a babe in Christ. You know what I mean? And so coming from me, I'm just his older brother nagging. You know what I'm saying? So if he would stumble upon this and you were able to holler at a young couple, you know what I mean? What do you think? There's something in the marriage that needs to be done, you know, from us as men to kind of keep things together?
I think that it should be a huge focus to focus on our wives, bro. Like I remember when I met my wife, I wasn't saved when I met my wife.
Same here.
Yeah. And we got married when I was 22, she was 24, and I had just got saved a year before that when I met her. Literally right when I met her, I probably got saved maybe 5-6 months later. So everything kind of just switched
Quick.
And I was like, you know, when you first get saved, you
turn
hype,
up,
you hype.
on fire.
Throw away all the old CDs and
losing friends, and just overdoing it out of love, out of being like, I'm guilty of that too, bro. So I think that's a natural progression.
Yeah.
I think it's natural.
It's part of the road.
Yeah, I think it's natural, bro. Yeah. So for all the people who have new believers as friends, give us a pass, because we're so charged after we come to this understanding that you know, it's going to take us a couple months to kind of ease up and settle down. So we're just excited. That's all.
It's just regular.
Yeah.
You can't really prepare for growth, bro. Like, it's something new.
Right.
And becoming a believer is something new. You can't really prepare for it, so you don't really know how you're gonna act when you get there. Just same as getting married. You can't prepare to be a husband. I don't think.
Oh, so for the cats that are like, we're waiting for the right time for the moon to be aligned.
Exactly.
With
there's really none of that. Like you can't. There's no perfect time, I don't think, to get married. You can wait till you got all the money in the bank and, you know what I mean, a 6-figure job, and you got 2 Mercedes Benzes, and you could still be unhappy in your marriage.
Wow.
So you gotta embrace growth. I think as a new believer and as a newlywed, you gotta embrace growth.
That's what's up.
I'm going on 5 years of being married.
Man, that's big. That's big. Me, I'm 9.
9. That's dope, bro. That's dope.
Man, I'm gonna get in trouble if it's not 9.
Bro, I forgot the exact day that I got married the other day. Me and my wife was like, "What?" I'm like, I thought it was this day. No, it was this day.
I'm saying that to say that, you know, hey man, with the ups, the downs, there's no perfect cookie cutout. try this and it's gonna work for you. And so
it looked good on Instagram.
It looks real good. It's easy, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
on Instagram. But yeah, there's it requires effort.
Yeah.
It requires effort, trusting in the Most High, and like you said, open yourself up to this growth.
Yeah.
Coming together with somebody else is a big undertaking.
It is.
And so
It
yeah,
is.
man. No, but yeah, you know, there's just so many things we go through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as believers, I'm thinking from what I hear from non-believers that, you know, they don't realize, some of them don't realize, bro, we go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm trying to open this up to share is that, you know, us as believers, we're not perfect.
Yeah.
Our Creator is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Spirit that dwells in us is
It's
perfect.
perfect.
You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, you know, I brought up the marriage thing just to let people know that even though we're believers,
It's not perfect.
nah, man, we toil, we struggle, we still have flesh, we
Yeah.
got appetites, we're still trying to shed old things, and you know,
And the thing is, it's like if you can do it on your own, then there was really no reason for Jesus. Like if we could do everything on our own, there was no reason for Jesus to come and die.
wow,
So that was the cool thing that stood out to me when I became a believer. It's like we can't do it on our own.
yeah,
Like the more, what's the word? The more like the more doing things part of religion, like that I came up in, where you have to do works rather than, you know what I mean, believe in Jesus,
Right.
that he did the works. Which doesn't mean, hey, go out and
Yeah,
sin
it's-
and do whatever you want to do, but
Yeah.
it's like,
we're not saying that.
yeah, but it's like, bro, you have to accept the fact that you came to a creator that was perfect, and you allow his perfection to work on you daily.
Right.
That was good to me.
No, but that's big.
Yeah.
One scripture that got me
Yeah.
was, if you try to save your life, you'll lose it. If you give up your life for my sake, you'll find it.
Yeah.
And so in that, it's just saying what you said. You in your own strength, you're not capable.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The Most High is capable.
Exactly.
You know, or allows you to come to these points where you couldn't do it on your own
Yep.
strength, whether it's getting off of drugs
Yeah.
or mending your marriage
Yeah.
or, you know, building burnt bridges back up with family members. You
That's
couldn't
true.
do it on your own because of shame and guilt, but in Him.
Yep.
And so that's what being in Christ is about. It's not religious.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, man, you know, so we're set apart, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so, if there's anything you want to share with people, like what you're up to, where they can catch you, what's your next moves, let's, you know what I mean? Let's chop it
yeah.
up.
So pretty much I'm working on, like I said before, I'm working on singles and working on new material, trying to like jog up some inspiration for a project. But in the meantime, I do want to be putting out music. Like inspiration comes in and then
Right.
it's like, yo, that wasn't a good idea. All right, so let me rewind and come back and all right, dang, that wasn't a good idea either. So I'd rather just put out songs right now.
I got you.
And the thing that I like about putting out songs is you can try other styles without like mimicking, but you can get a taste of like, all right, cool, that sounds good. It sounds good here.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you, like, because I know a lot of artists go through, well, music goes
Yeah.
through phases,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. One sound might be in, one sound, you know, might be on its way out.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, there is a difference between the mimic
Yeah.
and maybe trying something out or
Yeah.
adding on to what's the so-called the new wave. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Making it your own.
There you go. There you go. Which is not just a carbon copy.
Exactly.
So, but speaking of carbon copy,
Yeah.
we know the hot topic. The hot topic right now is Eminem. He's a rapper. He's a secular rapper.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever heard of him.
Maybe arguably one of the greatest of all times.
He's a guy and he raps.
Yeah.
And because you said the sound alike.
Yeah.
The cold part about, and we're not going to front. We,
Yeah.
we kicked this conversation around. But the cold part, what we were saying is how, you know, in my Christian rap introduction,
Yeah.
there was a copy.
Exactly.
There was the Tupac Christian and the Scarface.
Yep.
And you know
It's
what I'm
like
saying?
it's like the Matrix, bro. Like you got the Christian version of this dude, the Christian version of this dude, and that makes it messy when you introduce new music to people. Because I get asked all the time, like, all right, well, who do you sound like? And that question bothers me often because I don't feel like you should sound like anybody.
Right. We're
in hip hop.
How are you original?
Yeah.
Hip hop is one of the if you want to call it a genre, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be general, but you know, one of our rules were, you know, you don't copy. Yeah. Everything is original. Even if I see you with something and I like it, I'm not gonna just outright
take it.
Right. I gotta add on to it. I gotta put some kind of flavor so that when it gets passed on, it'll be improved.
Exactly.
And it wouldn't be me doing what you did. Yeah. But I'm just adding on to make something better, as opposed to, you know, just straight up biting or sounding alike or whatever. And so, but no, what this thing is, we got Eminem, who supposedly made a diss track to NF, brother NF. NF is a Christian rapper, or a rapper who happens to be Christian. I don't know his stance. I haven't dug into him like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a DJ. I got his music in my laptop. I get requests for NF. Matter of fact, a show that we did out there, I don't know if it was Santa Ana, that big show. That's who they wanted to hear.
They wanted to hear NF. Yep.
So I got him on deck, and so you know, to me, he's not here or there. I do respect the fact that he's successful. He's charting. He's streaming. He's doing shows. He's active as an entertainer.
Yeah, definitely.
He's working in his craft. He's paying his bills with his music.
Definitely.
Hey, nobody can disrespect that. Yeah. But on the culture side, my issue was the reason why I'm not into him is because, you know, not even six whole bars into the cut.
We've seen this before.
There you go. This is Eminem, you know, Eminem off drugs or whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So,
and Eminem caught that.
And he put it right up in there. You know what I'm saying? Rapzilla and the crew. Yeah. They already went over this. You know what I mean? So I encourage anybody who's interested to check out the crew. The crew is on the Crew Nation. The crew is on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
And they do good work as
they
far
talked
as
about it already.
Current events. I respect their game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I just want the quick story. Yeah. They got it. Okay. And so you can go there and check out the video, you know, the comparison. Okay. They talk about the diss. And so what struck me, what got my attention was, I'm reading the comments, you know what I'm saying? And so the people, here's the thing. I see a lot of people who are, you know, they seem flattered that they're getting dissed by Eminem. Like they're coming at it. The responses were, you know, at least he's noticing and blah, blah, blah. Why be noticed for being a biter?
Exactly.
Why not? I would, go ahead. I would prefer him to be noticed for adding on to the culture, not just being a thief. Yeah. So
you don't want that. That's one thing that CHH, they celebrate often. They celebrate when a rapper acknowledges one of our own. Yeah. And when we do a feature with a secular artist, it blows up in the culture. And I think because the culture is so young, getting embraced by hip hop is a big thing. But if you're, especially with him, now that he has music on the mainstream radio, and he's being considered like a regular rapper, not just a Christian rapper now. I think that when you go into that lane, and when you have said on songs like, oh, I'm eating rappers for lunch and blah, blah, blah. If you get tapped by M, you can't be flattered by, I got tapped by M.
Yeah, this is a challenge.
It's a challenge. And the only way to, now that you're here, you've arrived, the only way to salvage that is you got to respond with something. And you don't got to get in the mud with him. And you don't got to.
Don't start cussing.
Nah. Don't start talking about people's mom and daughters and all that.
M talks about his own mom.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you have to do something else.
He showed you that in 8 Mile.
Yeah, so you're going to have to come with something else. The thing that turned me off was the comments of how people are like, that's right, you know, what if he disses him and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Anyone who is into hip-hop culture, I'm not talking about industry. Yeah. You know, this is a challenge. This is bar for bar, let's spit.
It is.
And you might sound like M, but I don't think you get down like M.
And that's the thing that he has to prove. It's
because of those songs
yeah.
where he says he's eating rappers up.
Exactly.
He don't care about how much money they got.
Exactly.
And I don't know who he was talking about.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, he's streaming. He's going hard. So they might have crossed paths or you know, my people trying to get at your people. So I don't know what's really going on.
It might be pretty direct.
There you go.
But M just decided to say his name.
And so I'll look at it both ways. On the good side, for NF, win or lose, his stock just went up.
Exactly.
The coldest rapper in the game gave him some light.
Yep. And he can do ignore it and be flattered by the fact that he got this, which is whack. Yeah. That's just sitting on an L. Yeah. I don't like Christian hip hop or not, bro. Like if you say somebody's name,
we rapping.
We gotta rap.
We rapping, bro. We rapping.
Like we don't gotta fight.
No, none
of that. No. This is a sport.
There we go. We gotta go Samson. We you know what I mean, it's biblical. We gotta go Samson. Go on and get you a jawbone and get it cracking. Get it cracking.
Get ready. Get active.
Yeah, man. But I'm just saying it's interesting, you know, like I said, to see what something like that brings about. Like you said, us as consumers, let's just say the consumer part of Christian hip hop, the supporters, man, they take anything. They take anything. You know what I mean? They allow rappers to come in, make it to the top on their backs and leave them hanging. They're cool with that. No, like I'm reading comments, nobody cares. Right now, we got somebody who's went against one of the rules of hip hop by just straight up mimicking somebody. And that's marketable. That's marketable. Whoever's pushing them found themselves a clean Eminem.
And he was under the umbrella of Christian hip hop, but that he let the umbrella go as soon as he went to mainstream radio.
The trend, and that's been the trend, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, I'm not paying their bills. You know what I'm saying? And so if moving in that direction opens more carnal opportunities, carnal is not always bad. Carnal is like food, shelter, and clothing. You know what I'm saying? That's and so true. If that's what they got to do, I'm not hating on that. I'm just saying don't get in the way.
Exactly.
Of like real Christian rap brands. You know what I'm saying? The God Over Monies, the Hog Mobs. Dudes, my man Trey out in Texas.
Brian Trejo.
Oh, Trejo, but no, there's Trey.
Oh yeah, Trey not. Okay.
Trey, you know what I'm saying? These are guys who, and Brian, you know what I'm saying? These are guys who are straight up hardcore Christian rap.
That's true.
And I need that.
And they exist in our culture. You know, that's the crazy thing that we've talked about before, the culture or lack thereof of Christian hip hop. We were building a culture until. And that could be a whole nother convo.
And that's a heavy convo.
Definitely.
But we have been derailed. We have been derailed, and we've been derailed from the inside out. And
that's
so,
true.
You know, there are some still strong, stand up, no nonsense Christian brands out there that you know, need to be supported. No, and the ones I'm talking about aren't.
Exactly.
Now, I can point out about 19 dudes who probably should just, you know, pass out flyers. But you know, that's another thing we got to clean up so that we're viable, so that people aren't rushing out to be associated with something else. To consider themselves successful.
And there's a lot of people to blame as far as that too, because when you look at the booking of the events, that I'll just go off that. So you got booking of events, you got churches that call you that want to book you for events, and then you be like, well, can you help me out financially?
Oh my God.
And they're like, you're doing this for God, you should do it for free. I'm like, but bro, I have a whole family at home.
I drove an hour and a half to get here.
And it's like okay, so they see that side of it, and they're like, well, dang, like I can't feed my family with this.
No,
I can't rely on people to come to the events and support me on the outside. It's like Christian hip hop can sustain itself. Like we have enough people to sustain itself.
Look at punk rock, bro. Look at rock and roll. Look at all the other genres. I'm saying they might not be in the spotlight as far as industry and radio and things of that nature, but there's still a market.
Exactly.
And I don't mean that to be like cold-hearted.
Yeah.
I'm saying market meaning there's people who want it.
Exactly.
They want it, meaning, and you can make a living off of it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I just think the confusion of, a lot of real Christian rappers jump ship. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's a whole other. We were talking about how many letters to hip hop came out, like Dear John letters, and, you know what I mean? And come on,
everybody breaking up with CHH and stuff. It's sad. I like to exist in a lane where I don't have to explain what's going on. Like that's what I like.
Right.
It's like I'm just continue to make music. I don't want to. I'm not something that happens to be something or not. Bro, except here's the music.
Right.
Here's who I'm marketing it to.
There you go.
And you know what I mean? Let's do this as a culture. Let's grow as a culture. Let's create our own thing. You know? I like that.
No, man. It's true. It's true. But yeah, that's one of the latest happenings, and in that, I would just, if I can have the ear of the consumers, it's cool. I understand the excitement that Eminem would even consider a Christian rapper in his day.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but we need more than that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be reaching souls and all this and that. We got the gospel, the Great Commission. We've got so many people that we need to be touching.
That's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? For this to be news is weak.
But on the flip side, I do kind of like that it's news, because it's like now you're being pulled into this is new for CHH.
I got you.
How does,
because it's not the acceptance.
Yeah.
It's
the rejection.
And with a challenge.
Yeah.
This is a challenge.
Yeah.
We just seen it with Drake and
Pusha T. Yeah.
There is no what are we gonna do and how we're gonna no. That's a direct challenge.
Yeah.
That's go in the studio tonight.
It's like you got 7 days, bro.
Okay. Are we giving them 7 days?
That's what you like. Like, if this is hip hop, you have 7 days to respond.
Or you lost.
And you gotta just accept the L.
Wow. 7 days. Okay, NF, you got 7 days, bro.
Yep.
And then you know what? You will be just a rapper that happens to be Christian.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
But it's good. If he,
it's cool. I feel you.
If he
murks him?
That's the thing. That's what I come back. This. I'm gonna grab my popcorn if he does.
What
bro.
if he straight up beats him up and takes his lunch money?
Because if you're saying that he's biting you, that means that he can't do what you've done already, or he can only do what you've done.
There
already.
you go. He can't. The student can't. I got you.
So if he can show him like, yo, I can step out of this and come at you correct,
that's gonna be humongous.
It is without getting in the mud with him and
that's
doing
gonna
the
be
Eminem.
That's gonna be humongous for Eminem's legacy.
Yeah.
For NF's legacy.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, it still hurts me to bring this up. I don't know if you're hip where Cannabis went up against this. Oh man,
that was all bad, bro.
I almost had a heart attack, man.
That was all bad.
But look at that.
Yeah.
Here's a guy with such credentials as far as cannabis and lyrical. Like, I still believe I think he went into that underestimating,
of course,
what he was getting into.
Yeah.
I believe if he prepared, he would have been ridiculous.
Yeah,
but he didn't prepare and he got beat up.
Yep.
But it's the same way where someone like Disaster, not known to me. I know
Cannabis.
I'm sure he looks up to Cannabis.
Yep.
You can't be a lyricist without knowing his pedigree.
Exactly.
So for him to go ahead and take that W from him,
you got to. You called him out, you arrived, you prepared, you did what you had to do, and then you move on.
Yeah.
It's like that's what he could do after this. He could respond once and leave it alone. Because Eminem's diss wasn't like a song. It was one line.
It was just a quick, which is for Christian rap.
Yeah.
So in its infancy, hey, they're eating that up.
Exactly.
If that's a bone, they're sucking the marrow out of that little increment.
Exactly.
But no, this is a time for him because people, like I said in the comments, they want to see it. Some people were saying, hey, what if he disses? And some people are like, run it.
Yeah,
shoot that.
We need to.
That would be cool.
You're
I would like to
man.
see it. There you go. Tell you the truth, win or lose, I think he would win me over.
He would get a lot of respect, especially if he made it and it was him. If it was him stepping out of the umbrella of
the industry
to Eminem.
Yeah.
Like let me separate myself from Eminem now.
Right here and now.
Yeah.
This could be his coming out.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's big. I didn't even see it that way.
Yep.
So 7 days. NF has 7 days to come out of the shell, or we're just gonna drop him in the frying pan.
Yep. We got you got to come with something.
But it'd be nice if you just kept it hip hop then.
Yeah.
Because you got songs where you talking reckless, like you want to do something.
Yep. A lot of them.
Here's your chance. Here's your chance. Bro, thank you, bro, for coming out. Here, let me get you on this other screen so they can see carlfontaine.com. Go check out the website. Check your boy out. A lot of music. He's got a cold catalog. He's got a strong live performance. He's a servant. He's a father. He's a husband. You feel me? Yeah. Let's support our people. Let's support the ones who are out here putting in this work. And so, bro, thanks for kicking it.
Definitely.
And so we were here today, and we were set apart.
Yep.
Straight up. Hey, if whoever liked this podcast, get at me if you want to sit down and chop it up. I'm willing. We're going to take this out of the kitchen and maybe find us a nice little studio suite. Anybody want to get in on it, I'm here.
Yep.
But besides that, peace.
Yeah, that was cool.
I recorded it too, so that
was dope.
Yeah, we did that.